Welcome to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed, and this is Steve Solo's Minecraft episode 23. In this episode, I'm going to continue my search for the stronghold. I took that bee nest back off that tree after I finished recording in the last episode. Both of the bees flew into it again, and that was what I was waiting for, so I decided not to miss the opportunity. I do not, however, remember exactly which way I was going, so I am going to have to use one of my Eyes of Ender again. Kind of figured it was this way, but wasn't sure. Still haven't broken one, though, so that's a good thing. Let's keep on heading this way, and we'll see what I get distracted by in this episode. It is almost inevitable. I've come a fair distance now, so I should be getting close. Let's check again. Oh, uh-oh. They went back the other direction. Where is it? There it is. Alright, let me jump into a tree and do that again now that I know more or less which way it's going to fly. We are here, I think. I might have happened to stop right on top of it. Because when you actually come to the location where the stronghold is, instead of flying up into the air and in the direction that you need to travel, it floats down towards the ground, or into the ground sometimes. I thought that was a bug that they had patched at some point, but maybe not. Or maybe it just broke this time. I think I'm going to assume that it just broke this time. Still, that's the first one I broke, so I found a stronghold with only one ender pearl. That's not bad. There's another bee. Okay, I'm distracted. Stand by. I'm going to put this bed here and set my spawn there so that I remember where the stronghold was. Now, where's this bee nest? There. And this one is full of honey. How is this one full of honey? Can they spawn full of honey? Somebody who knows, tell me in the comments. I didn't think they could spawn full of honey. I thought you had to be in the area for long enough. But maybe they can spawn full of honey. Hi. And it's got at least 2 bees because one just flew past and there's one in there. Alright. Campfire's going down. Did I make any trapdoors at any point during this? No, I didn't. If you keep a campfire permanently under a beehive or bee nest, either way, it is wise to put a trapdoor over the campfire. The smoke will still float up through the trapdoor and have the effect that it's supposed to on the bee nest, so that you can collect things from it without making the bees angry. The trapdoor will then prevent the bees from drifting down into the fire. Where are you going? Your hive is over here. I think. Unless there's another hive around. Alright, I have my Silk Touch pickaxe on the hotbar. Here he comes. There. Alright, now I'm going to take this down. So that is now 3 bee nests I have acquired on this trip, which was undertaken for completely different purposes. Alright, now let's get back to stronghold hunting. I'm actually not entirely sure why I just skipped the night. That was kind of unnecessary, but I guess it'll serve its purpose. I'm going to cut down this oak tree. And then, since this is about the area where my Eye of Ender disappeared, I'm just going to start digging down here. Usually, it is unwise to dig straight down, and technically it still is, but if you do it in a 1x2 space, you can go down carefully without, or with time to look at where you're going to be jumping. and in that way prevent yourself from any disasters like falling into lava. I suppose I should put torches out here on the way down, though. There. Torch. Oh, there's a little bit of coal right here. I could declutter my inventory a little bit by taking some of that coal and using these sticks to make torches. I think I'd just wind up with an inventory full of coal, though, so let's skip that for now. I can get it on the way back. Ow. That was not exactly what I meant to do there. Alright, now I need to start being a little more careful because I can hear lava. Instead of torches in my offhand, let me get some stone blocks in my offhand in case I need to suddenly seal a hole full of lava. Oop, there's the top of our stronghold. That mossy stone brick. So we have definitely found our stronghold. Oh, and we fell right into the library. That's handy. A little concerned about that lava, though, because we didn't find the lava. Well, wherever the lava is, I'm sure I'll find it sooner or later, probably by accident and not in a pleasant manner. The libraries are one of the more interesting portions of strongholds, and I think I'm going to cut down these fences and leave a spot here where I can connect a ladder. And I'm going to come over and see what's in this chest and put some of my inventory clutter into it. The libraries usually have a few enchanted books in chests hidden around the room and a few regular books. And if you are looking for a large source of books for your own stock, you can cut down all the bookshelves. No enchantments in there that I'm particularly excited about, but I am excited to find a chest. It means I can unload some of this gunk that I really don't need. Not the bee nests, though. The bee nests stay. I lit up the upper level a little bit here to prevent creeper spawns, and I'm also going to, before I forget to do it, put my book and quill in my hand, bring up the coordinates, accidentally save a screenshot because the keys for those are right next to each other, and record the location of this stronghold. First stronghold 1330X 46Y negative 708Z, discovered episode 23, January 10th, 2021. Except that I made it 2020. I put an extra 0 in. You get it. It was a mistake. I fixed it. We're done. Moving on. I now wish that I had thought to bring either some shears or some loose iron with me, because it would have been nice to harvest some of these cobwebs and save them. If you break those with shears, they will drop as items, and you can preserve them for future use. I think they have some applications in mob farming that I'm not really that familiar with, but what happens when you walk into them, and the same thing happens to any mobs that walk into them, is that you kind of get stuck and you move very slowly for a little while. Or until you're through that block, basically. Ouch. Did not mean to do that. Let's light this up quickly. Prevent creeper spawns. Alright, well, I fell into a hole with coal in it, and I need more torches, so I'm going to take time out for a minute and mine some coal. Be right back. I mined the coal, I made some torches, I climbed back out of the hole, I fixed the floor in the stronghold. Okay, back to cobwebs. Somehow I didn't manage to find any iron in that process, otherwise I would make a set of shears. I'm not sure if this can be harvested with silk touch. Let me just try it quickly. It's going to take forever because this is not the appropriate tool for the task. Not in the slightest. Wow, that took a long time. Okay, no, nothing. Silk touch does not work, so I'm going to leave as many of these as I can until I can come back here with shears, or find some iron down here to smelt and make into shears. The tool you actually do want to use to break these is a sword, but when you break it with a sword, you only get string, not cobwebs. Which is why I want the shears. That will be a problem for a later time, though. I can see that the door out is over here. I want to figure out what the path to it is, where I have to break the least number of cobwebs. Oh, I guess that's it. That was 0 cobwebs. So I've managed to preserve all of those that I wasn't already breaking for later use. And now let's start exploring this stronghold a little bit. We'll see what we find down here. When I'm exploring strongholds, I usually just break off all the doors. That doesn't have to be the strategy that you use, but it's been a convenient way for me to keep track of which way I have already gone. How many skeletons are there over there? At least one more. Okay, so that one's a dead end. This is another library. It's a library over a hole. It's a library over a lava-filled hole. Let's just go right back out. I don't think the libraries usually have more than one entrance anyway. After a little exploration, I have returned to the library. One of the things that I discovered while I was doing that was the reason why I was having problems getting that cat to pay attention to the fish I was holding. Those salmon were cooked, because I killed them with a sword that has the flame enchantment, or fire aspect? Fire aspect on swords, flames on bows. Anyway, killing a mob with a flaming weapon cooks it. And cats don't want nasty cooked fish, they want nice, fresh, raw fish. So I was trying to attract that cat's attention with cooked fish, so I was using the wrong thing entirely. Next time I'll have to remember to punch the fish, not hit them with a sword. I have not found the end portal yet, but I did manage to find some iron ore, and I'm going to put my furnace down and smelt that so that I can make myself a set of shears. I also ran myself out of torches, so I need to make some more of those. I'm actually just going to put this crafting table down here and use this library room as kind of a base of operations while I'm down here. I'm going to need to cook up some more food anyway. Did I bring anything with me besides mutton for eating? No, just those cooked salmon and some raw mutton that I found from those wolves. It's entirely likely that I will run out of food and have to go back to the surface to get some more, but that's okay. It's not that hard to make a fishing pole. And while I am here, I think I am going to leave my Eyes of Ender in this box because I do not plan on turning on the end portal right away when I find it. If I store them here, I hopefully will not lose them. I've gotten my temporary base here a little more organized. I laid out my bed and reset my spawn point so that instead of winding up back at the world spawn point, if I die while I'm doing this, I will wind up back here in the library. Some of that iron is done cooking, so I'm going to make a set of shears and go down and collect some of those cobwebs. Actually, I'm probably going to try to clear out as many of those as I can. And let's see if we can cook the rest of this mutton too. What do I want to use for that? Because I don't really want this single oak plank just hanging around. Let's use that, and then I will use one of the doors that I've collected from looting this place to finish off that second piece. Alright, now for some cobwebs. If I can get down the stairs. There we go. That's what I really want. I want some spider webs that I can put out later for my own purposes. I'm just going to go around here and collect all of these while I'm here. That way I don't risk accidentally running into them myself and getting stuck in them when I'm being chased by something. 22 cobwebs I managed to take out of this library. Or wait a minute, is that 22 or 28? That was 28. I stand corrected. 28 cobwebs I managed to take out of this library. I also collected the other chest that was downstairs. I'm going to put some of the more valuable things into that instead of carrying them around with me for the moment. I'm actually going to leave some of my good tools that I haven't been needing so far for this exploration down here. Let's leave the book behind too, so that all my coordinates aren't at risk if I die. And I think that will do, so I'm going to get back into the rest of the stronghold and try and locate the end portal. And if I manage to do that in a reasonably timely fashion, I will probably make that the end of this episode. If I don't manage to do that in a reasonably timely fashion, I might have to split off another episode about strongholds. I have found a fountain room, which is one of the more unusual rooms to generate in a stronghold. I think that those are usually somewhere near the end portal. I could be wrong about that. I guess I'll find out in a few minutes here. What's this way? That looks like a treasure room. I don't know what that looks like at all. Oh, hey. There's the portal room. Okay. I was right, apparently. The fountains are usually somewhere near the portal room. And one of my cats is meowing loudly to receive some attention in the background. Alright, I need to get in here and light up the spawner. Is it going to generate any? Oh. I hear one. Oh, fell into the lava. These spawners generate silverfish, which are one of the more annoying mobs in Minecraft because they are difficult to hit. Let me see if I can get one to pop out where I can fight it here. Here we go. There we go. Okay, I guess it wasn't too hard for me this time. Maybe I'm in practice with that. They're a little more difficult to deal with because they have small hitboxes. And they can also infest these stone blocks. So when you're working in a stronghold, you... Yeah, I think those two just went and infested blocks instead of coming to fight me. If you break a block that has silverfish infesting it, it will spawn the silverfish, and then you will have to fight them. Let's just light up this whole area, try and prevent any more of those from spawning. I could just break this, but I'm always a little bit reluctant to break spawners. The silverfish spawners most people make an exception for, partly because of that. Ow. Ow. Okay, you know what? I take it back. I'm just going to break this spawner. If for some reason I need a silverfish spawner in the future, there's more than one stronghold per world. Each Minecraft world actually generates quite a few of them in Java Edition. I'm not sure about Bedrock Edition, but I think that even Bedrock Edition at least has several, not just one. So now if I ever need a silverfish spawner, I will have to go find a different stronghold. But I don't think I'm going to need a silverfish spawner for anything. This is the end portal, and this one block over here on this side that is slightly different, this is the one that has a Eye of Ender already in it. So I only got one to generate with an Eye of Ender already in it. But that's fine, because I have 13, which is more than I need to finish this off. I am not going to do that right now, and it's probably not going to happen in the next episode either. Now that I've found this, I will have to start collecting some gear that will enable me to fight the Ender Dragon, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I do want to try and get shulker boxes relatively soon because they make it a little bit easier to explore. you can take more things along with you. The shulker box is basically a chest-sized inventory space that you can store things in, then break and pick up and keep in your own inventory. And that has the obvious benefit of allowing you to take more things along with you. So sometime in the not-too-distant future, I will be coming back to this room and jumping into this thing. But that will not be today, and probably will not be for the next several episodes. Still, we found it, and now I know where it is, and it will be easy enough to come back here and go fight the Ender Dragon whenever I am ready to do that. That is where I will end this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to see more content from me, and if you'd like to help my channel grow, please share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.